What's up, guys? Young Bucks, Old Goats, number 137. It's been a while. Glad to be back. Life's been busy. Work's been busy. A lot of guys been busy traveling, so it's been hard to put out any episodes recently. But this story broke Tuesday morning about the Dolphins getting handed down a pretty severe punishment and Shady Brady getting involved. So when the Dolphins and Shady Brady or I gotta throw myself into the fray when something's going on with those guys. So I got a little bit inspired, and I'm back on with this quick episode talking about this fiasco. Yet another Dolphins fiasco. We're pretty used to this sort of thing. Ross right now, what is he overseeing? The bully gate, the cocaine gate, the constant losing, obviously. And then, to me, this is probably one of the worst offenses. Not that he got caught tampering. I think everybody probably tampers at some point. I feel like they're getting punished for something else. They commingled in the tanking investigation with the Flores stuff. And I think we're really, if I put on my tinfoil hat, which I like to do from time to time, I think we're getting punished a little bit for some of those other things. But let's talk about the specific punishment we're getting. We're getting stripped of our first round 2023 draft pick, which I think we have another first rounder in 2023. The third round pick in 2024. That's pretty significant. I think the only thing that's ever been harsher than this, and we'll go through some of them real quick later, is the bountygate scandal, which, lo and behold, Sean Payton was involved in that one too. So, that's the thing about this. We're trying to get this guy, Brady, and this other guy. I never really cared for either one of them, to be honest with you. I think if you ever watched any of my shows or videos, I'm not a Brady fan, and I never really cared for Payton either. We're trying to get these two guys who've been involved in some of the biggest scandals in NFL history: Deflategate, Spygate, whatever you want to call it, Bountygate, countless other ones involving Shady Brady. We get busted trying to tamper with those guys, and we can't even get them. Other times people get busted for tampering, and they got the guy that they wanted, and they get off scot-free. So why do you ask? That's a lot of people probably say, why isn't Brady getting punished? Why isn't Payton getting punished? Well, they could easily make a change to the rule where those guys would get, not Brady, but Payton, somebody like Payton who's a coach who damn well knows you can't do, he's probably one that would tamper with other people if given the opportunity, or he has, so he knows what's up. They could easily make a rule where the guy that is getting tampered with also gets punished if it's a coach. And they may just do that. They should do that. Either way, I don't think anybody's touching that guy with a 10-foot pole anytime soon. They happen to have the same agent, too, which is Yi is the guy's name, I believe. So that's, that makes sense, I guess. But Brady gets no punishment other than it should be in the court of public opinion, his tarnishment, yet another tarnishment. But the Players Association would not allow, players to get punished. So in essence, players can allow themselves to be tampered with, and they're really not going to suffer any repercussion. The people who are on the hook are the tamperers, I guess. So in this case, Stephen Ross and his, what is the guy's name? Bruce Beal, who was like their owner in waiting at one point. They were saying, if Ross gets in deep shit, with this Flores lawsuit, they will just put in this Bruce Beal. Well, this Bruce Beal guy's getting run through the mud too, because apparently he's the one that was doing a lot of this tampering stuff primarily. So, as a person who follows the Dolphins, it kind of sucks that A, we get busted, B, we don't even get the people, 3, we're getting busted trying to get our enemy, dude. Really, Tom Brady's our fucking mortal enemy. I understand he's no longer a Patriot, but he kicked our ass for 20 years or whatever it was there in New England. We got we got him in a lot of meaningless games down here, which a lot of people don't even know that. Whenever you see comments on social media, they're like, oh, Brady was going to be a minority owner. Didn't he already own the Dolphins? No, dude. If you do your research, he didn't really own the Dolphins, and he especially did not own them down here. However, it's so insignificant, those victories. None of them were playoff victories. We only won the division, I think, when he got injured. So it's like he might as well have owned us. But the fact, like that would be like the Celtics trying to get Magic Johnson and saying to him, dude, we'll make you part owner of the franchise too if you come over. Or vice versa. The Lakers trying to get Larry Bird, while he's, winning championships against them and stuff. And they're, hey, come over, man. We'll make you part owner of the Lakers. For the rest of our history, you're going to be there. Even though you kicked our ass, you're going to be there owning the team. What is that, man? Who does that? The Dolphins do that. So here's what Goodell said. Investigators found tampering violations of unprecedented scope and severity. I know of no prior instance of a team violating the prohibition of tampering with both a head coach and a star player to the potential detriment of other clubs over a period of several years. So yeah, this genius Ross, dating back to 2019, he's trying to get Brady on the Dolphins. And this sounds like when you're like always asking this hot chick out and you're getting denied all the time, and then you keep coming back and anteing up. At the beginning, he probably just wanted to sign them, and then at the end, in his desperation, he's like letting the guy become part owner of the team, which, again, it's sad. It's really sad. For me, it would have been an easy jumping off point. I would not have excuse the gecko in the background. I'm being heckled by geckos. The heckling gecko. Where was I? So at the end we're even making this guy partial owner of the team, supposedly. So it's sad. That would have been a jumping off point for me. I don't think I could ever go root for the Dolphins and with Brady there, And I get some people be like, are you really a Dolphin fan? He's the greatest quarterback of all time. You have a great chance to win. I couldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it. I compare that, if we want to talk politics for a second, with some people with Biden and Trump. Some people, no matter how bad things get right now with Biden, they still would say, I still rather not have Trump, even if things were better. Do you get the analogy? So even if the Dolphins would be better with Brady, I would not want it. I would not root for Brady. And I'm not saying that they would or they wouldn't, but some people say even if they were guaranteed, if you were somehow to get a guarantee in writing, hey, things would be better with Trump. We just got to get rid of Biden. You put Trump in, things would be better. People would still be like, not everybody, but there would be still people that say, no, I don't want Trump, even if things are going to be better for the country. We'll stick with Biden. It's the same kind of thinking, which is, they're both flawed, but I am flawed in that way with my Dolphin thinking. I would not want Brady to be a player, owner, even attending the fucking stadium, if I'm being honest. So that's the thing. So we know what the Dolphins got punished. A first rounder, a third rounder, Stephen Ross is suspended through October 17. That's, what is that, a month and a half? No big deal. He can't be on any committee. He's probably happy he's not on any other committees. And the $1.5 million, that's like me buying a bottle of bourbon, probably. For him, it's really no big deal. What was the Saints punishment for bountygate, where they were trying to actively injure players? And again, Sean Payton, the guy we're trying to get, was involved in this. They suspended the defensive coordinator, which was Greg Williams, indefinitely. I think it ended up being like about a year. Also, Payton was suspended for a year, which he was the first coach in modern NFL history to be suspended for any reason. Loomis was suspended for the first 8 games, and he was Loomis's front office, if I'm not mistaken here. We'll fact check that later. And then Vitt, who was a possible candidate to serve as interim coach, was suspended the first 6 games. $500,000, which was the minimum, so that's comparable to the $1.5 million that the Saints and the Dolphins were fined, and they had to forfeit their second-round picks in 2012 and 2013. So it's comparable, the picks at least, but this is worse. Now, Spygate, the first one, we have to specify which one because there's been multiples. What was their fine on that? Belichick, $500,000, largest fine ever imposed on a coach, maximum under league rules. Patriots, $250,000, stripped of their first round pick in the 2008. And did they get stripped another pick? I guess that's it. They lost their first round pick. So you could say ours is worse than this. Then there was Deflategate. Deflategate was Brady for 4 games. Patriots fined $1 million and forfeit first round pick as well as their 4th round pick in the 2017 NFL draft. So 1st and 4th, Brady 4 games. This is because it's Brady and he's a player, we could say it's more severe than, your owner not being able to own. What is he? He's not getting paid anymore. He just can't be there. It's he still owns the team. He's still getting the money. He's still making the bad decisions that he makes. So it's and then you have, of course, the other Spygate, the mini Spygate or Spygate 2.
But I can delete this right here for you.
This was $1.1 million and 2021 3rd round pick. For spying again, you would think that it should get worse. It should have gotten worse, but it didn't. So we're kind of lumped in with these really bad instances of wrongdoing because we did something that probably every team does, a little tampering here and there. Hey, you see somebody, hey, when your contract comes up, come see me, man. We're interested, Hey, I like you, That's all you gotta say to somebody. Like you. Call me, So, again, I really think we're getting punished for something else. We're getting, and the something else is, the tanking part that they talk about, where they kind of cleared us of that. They said Stephen Ross said jokingly about the $100,000. Yeah, right. That he said, draft picks take priority over a win-loss record. He said that to a lot of people. They can't. There's gambling in the NFL. Obviously, they don't want that scandal. So they much rather do this, and we're getting punished somehow, and it's all in a package. And then Ross issued a weird statement that doesn't even sound right, what he's saying. They said he's going ape shit. This is what he said. The independent investigation cleared our organization of any issues related to tanking and all of Brian Flores' other allegations, Ross said. As I have said all along, these allegations were false, malicious, and defamatory, and this issue is now put to rest. With regards to tampering, I strongly disagree with the conclusions and the punishment. However, I will accept the outcome because the most important thing is that there be no distractions for our team as we begin an exciting and winning season. I will not allow anything to get in the way of that. I mean, you've been part of that for a while. And then, what's up, dude? What's getting in the way of that? You're telling Tua and McDaniel that you would have rather had Sean Payton and that you would rather have Sean Payton and Brady. How do they feel about that. Plan B is what they feel like they are, probably. And the investigation did not clear Ross and the team of other allegations. That's still going on. And the clearing on the tanking issue, like I said before, was wishy-washy. I don't. It's the NFL's cleaning house before the football season starts. With Deshaun Watson. Which that's another story when I compare that to Ridley from the Falcons, and he's out all year for placing a parlay bet. Again, it's the gambling thing. They don't want anything going on with the gambling. And then the next day, so to kind of take the bad taste away from the Deshaun Watson thing, boom, they nail us with this that we didn't even know was going on, And I listened to Rich Eisen. I listened to Dan LeBatard. I listened to Colin Cowherd. I listened to quite a few people. Everybody was talking about the Dolphins. Nobody talked about what a piece of work Brady is, because not only did he, allow himself to be tampered with, he was retiring. Sounds like just from the Bucs. That's probably why he never sent anything out to New England. So retiring from the Bucs to do this thing with the Dolphins, and what does that say about that guy? All this stuff he's doing, then to go back and get Arians fired just to have his way, And Florio broke. Mike Florio, he's the only one I'll give props to. He's the man. He broke that news long ago. It was underreported everywhere. And he's the only one who was like, hey, this doesn't really look good for Brady. He's not going to catch any criticism for this. He's not going to catch much flack, but he should. And he most fucking definitely should. Sportsman of the Year and all this crap they talk about this guy. Dude, the guy's a piece of work, man. The guy's always involved in 80 shady stuff going on in the league. Wherever something weird's going on, he's not too far. And there he is, right in the middle of this thing. So what else do we have with this? It sucks. It's kind of embarrassing for the Dolphins again. It's got to be embarrassing for Ross, especially since you didn't get him, Almost, if you get the guys you want, which again, for me, I'm glad they didn't get him. I'm not a fan. But if you're going to cheat, you usually want to, you do it the Patriot way. We cheat, we got the guy, we cheat, we won the Super Bowl, we cheat, we did this, we cheat, we got caught, and we look stupid. That's what we do. So let's see how they bounce back. NFL preseason starts on Thursday. Raiders play. Just throwing a guess out there. I thought it was the Jaguars. I'm not sure. So it just sucks that we're getting punished for something else. But I guess that's the way it goes. Some of the other biggest penalties, harshest penalties in NFL history, was back in the 60s, gambling. You see, this they take seriously, even back then. They suspended for a year Paul Hornung of the Packers and Karras, Detroit Lions defensive tackle Alex Karras, later an actor. So 1 year for betting on games, and it wasn't much money. I think it was like $500 here, and the other guy bet like $150. Which is probably like they did the same thing with Ridley today. $1,500 today, maybe equivalent more or less to that money back then on a parlay. He gets a whole year. Deshaun Watson gets 6 games, and he lied, and he, God knows what else he did. Pac-Man Jones, he was suspended for 1 season, 2007. And then, of course, the aforementioned Spygates, the Bountygate, the Deflategate. So, kind of blows to be lumped in with those guys for something that probably everybody does. But again, the punishment is for something else. impermissible. They had impermissible contact. Was like the key word that they have there. What else do we have on this before I get out of here? Oh, you know what? If we're done with this, let me show you some stuff for Man of Action Figures, and we'll get out of here. Shout out to Mike Florio for the reporting. He had this story early on about Brady and Peyton, and just, ESPN didn't really talk about it much. NFL Network didn't talk about it much. I feel like that probably is like memo sent out, like, you know what? Shh, don't say anything about that right now. And even now, there's probably like, hey, focus all your stories on the Dolphins. Don't really talk about Brady and Peyton too much. Would you want that guy? Would you want Peyton if you're looking for a coach? I know he won a Super Bowl and the team, has been good, but kind of shady, both of them. The other one, a lot of times this punishment doesn't fit the crime. Like the Deshaun Watson, he's getting suspended the same amount of times as Hopkins for the PD, which apparently, from what I understand, it's like just slightly over the allowable limit. PDs is PDs, but it just seems like the punishments don't line up. And I know a lot of them, some are conduct, which is different than gambling, which affects their bottom line, which the NFL is all in. But what do you do? It's all BS, man. It's BS, and the Dolphins can't get out of their own way. Well, look at that, dude. If you're still a Tom Brady fan, we do have Tom Brady pops at Man of Action Figures. We even got Joe Burrow, the guy we would have liked to have tanked for. We didn't tank enough, so we got Tua. We also blew it on this one. This is just the Dolphins blew it pops there. And I wish I had the Tua pop, but I don't have it yet. That's going to be coming soon. Got some Fantastic Four mini-mates there. You can get all this stuff at manofactionfigures.com. 27551 South Dixie Highway is the address. 305-255-1987. I got some Stranger Things action figures. Here's 11 from the new season. Man, I'm kind of laboring through this season. I think I'm finally on the last episode. It's been hard to watch for whatever reason. I don't know. The show, the season picked up as it went along, but it didn't feel like other ones. Here's Eddie action figure. Those are by Bandai. What else do we have here? I've got a Slimer bobblehead. Sorry for the glare there. Slimer bobblehead. I got some little G.I. Joe die-cast vehicles there. I've got these are from oh my god, what's the name of the movie with Roddy Piper? Obey. These are reaction from Super 7. Oh yeah, I'm drawing a blank on the movie. They have the glasses. When they put on the glasses, one of the longest fight scenes of all time. It'll come to me before I go. They Live is the name of the movie. There we go. I got Sebastian the Ibis from the Hurricanes. Bum, I got you on this. I know I forgot to give you. This one's for you, Bum. He had asked me for one of those. Freddie Mercury. We got Freddie Mercury pop here from Queen. What else do we have? We got Devo pops. Doctor Strange. This one's a chase. Nice. What else do we got? Almost done here. Frank Zappa pop. Funko Pop. The Oregon Duck pop is here. And oh, look at that. Britney Spears pop. She's completely insane, right? Grandmaster Flash reaction figure. He's not even on this team. Like this is 2 teams ago. Odell Beckham. I like this one. Notorious B.I.G. here. This is a vinyl. If you need a mouse pad, get a cool mouse pad. I got some Transformers ones. I got some G.I. Joe ones. And then finally, Funko's doing these, like, they look like magazine, or they have the magazine cover. This is Shaq back here. And I think that's all I got, guys. Hopefully we'll be doing some shows soon. I want to go back to doing some of the football shows during the football season. Maybe making the picks again and stuff, and having some guests and doing some stuff in the studio. But I don't know, man. What do you think about this whole Dolphins thing? Was the punishment fair? Was it too harsh? Should they punish? Should they try to punish the players and the coaches too that got tampered with? Let me know what you think. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.